messaging our friends and letting them know that they need to get their butts over here. We're going to be talking tonight a little bit about our month-end tips. I know some of these things you've heard before, but I tell my team all the time, if it's repeated, it's important. And so if you hear it over and over again, there's a reason. It means that's what you should be doing. So we're going to talk about some things that you should be doing, some things that will really help you close out the month super strong. Like Jen was saying, you guys, we have so much time. Like magic can happen in this next week. I mean, we have what, 6 days left? I think we still have 6 days left. And I mean, that is so much time to crush these goals and to get the things that are all the things that corporate has dangling, those carrots dangling in front of us, for us to be able to get those. There's plenty of time to do that. And so we're going to tell you some of the things that we utilize at this month end, but also I want to give you guys a little inspiration. This is month 1 of 2022. I want you to think back. This has like been the longest January of my life. I don't know if anybody else feels that, like January has been so long. I want you guys to go back to January 1st when we had that kickoff call and we're all pumped up and we're all excited. We're going to do these big things for our businesses. We're going to shift. Things are going to be different this year. I want you to ask yourself, have you already given up on some of those things? The reason I ask that is because statistically, it says over 80% of people who make New Year's resolutions, who decide that they're going to change something about their life for the year that they're heading into on New Year's, they've already given up. They've already said, not going to happen, not going to worry about it. It's done, 80%. You guys know by the end of February, over 95% of people have given up on their New Year's resolutions. You guys, I didn't pick a New Year's resolution. I decided to pick a new Amy. And I know a lot of you guys did that mindset boot camp. And one thing that I've learned through that is that this is a daily practice, a daily intentional goal and pursuit in the goal that we set on that first, on January 1st. And so if you've let some of those things slide, we're still in January. We're still in the first of the year. Put yourself in to that 20% that are still pursuing what they wanted for this year. Put yourself into that. Because I mean, I'm looking at the numbers that are here and the people that are on this call, and between all of the teams that we have here, there should be like at least 1,000 people on this call. So statistically, you're even the more rare of the people. So my guess is, if you want this to happen, you've shown up, you're here, keep pursuing those goals. You are the rarity. So don't give up on them. Even if you are not exactly where you want to be, you are only 26 days into 2022. There is a lot of time still left to go. So I actually have to read my little message from, I'm going to do half of those. Read my message from Jen. I was like, I actually have no idea which parts I'm supposed to be talking about. Okay, so let's talk about a few things. And we have booster kits that are available to us right now, right? And I'm going to be real honest with you. I did not even realize that these booster kits were there until January 17th. I am being dead serious. Like all of the things that came out. Actually, one of the girls on my team reached out to me and said, hey, Amy, are there any incentives for people joining as a market partner this month? And I'm like, no, unfortunately, there's nothing in January. And then like a couple days later, I see the booster kits go by. I'm like, oh, crap. Yes, there is. And you guys, because there's just a lot of stuff going on, but there's still so much time. I have been hitting my social media hard talking about the opportunity. And every day, I don't skip a day, because this last week, I need one more market partner to finish out my neighborhood, which brings up all of these bonuses that are on the table for everybody who gets, we're all back in Smart Start. So we all have the ability to earn these block bonuses and my neighborhood bonuses. So go and get in your back office and see. We have the tracker that back when you first got started as a market partner, when you were in Smart Start, you know, the little blue heads that you fill up, go and see how many little blue heads you have. If you have 7, one more VIP customer and maybe another market partner, and you're not only going to build blocks, but you're going to get that VIP acquisition bonus. There is money there to be made. And so go and be strategic about how you can get absolute money from this month. So I talk to my team a lot about absolutes. There are absolutes in our business. There are the VIP acquisition absolute bonuses. There's the market partner absolute bonuses. There are right now the block bonuses, right? Those are absolutes. You know you're going to get them. So run for those if you know they're going to get there. The other bonuses come along the way. Because when you are going over after those absolutes and other people are doing the same, that's where those generation bonuses start happening. That's when things start happening where you are earning an incredible income on the 15th, when you are focused on the absolute bonuses that Monat puts out for us every single month. So what are some absolutes that you could get this month? You could look at your VIP acquisition, look at your market partner enrollment, get those block bonuses, the My Neighborhood bonuses. On top of that, go and look at your PV. We have PV bonuses. So if you go and you get over a certain amount of PV, I never can remember the numbers. And so, but it's like, I'm not even gonna try. I think it's between 1,000 and 1,500 or yeah. Okay. That's pretty. And then I know the 3,500 and up because I always, you will never see my PV. Well, you'll never ever see it under 3,500. But honestly, my goal every single month is 10,000 PV every single month. And in the beginning, it was 3,500. So, and I built it and built it and built it and built it. And then now it sustains 10,000 every single month. So my advice to you is push for that 3,500. You know what that means? That's $350 bonus at the end of the month because you earn an extra 10% on top of what you're already making in that PV commissions. So go and look at the absolutes that are out there. Go and look if you're close to maybe getting a rank. You guys, if there is a rank that you are super close to getting, go and look at that. If you're newer in the compensation plan within the time frame and you could get that bonus, run for it if you're close. That's an absolute income that you can get at the end of this month. And then if you are in like super close to MMB, run for it. You guys, there's plenty of time to make it happen. Okay, I'm going to mention one more thing and then I think Jen's going to take the rest of it. But another thing to be mindful of that you can be running after right now is if you are running for Vegas. If you are going for Vegas right now, I need you guys to really remember the most important part of the whole thing. You have to be paid as an MMP at least this month. If you are an MMB or higher, you have to be paid as MMB. Okay, like is it MMB or is it MM? It's MM. You have to be paid as MMB. Sorry, but you have to be paid as at least MMP at the end of this month. Okay, even if you've earned all those months previous, that has to happen, or all of that work you did is like, whoop, never mind, you don't get it. So MMP is crucial. And then one last thing, because I was looking, the list is a little bit longer than I remembered. I'm going to give you a little tip on this one. The birthdays. Okay. So birthday reports, pull in that report for what VIP customer of yours have birthdays in the month of January. And I like to send a mass email from my back office email. We kind of use the same verbiage every single month. I think Monica was going to share the verbiage so that we can get it out to the team. So we'll get that out here pretty soon. But the nice thing about it is, oh, there it is. She did it. Okay. So this is the VIP email, you guys, and this is what we send out every single month to our VIP customers. Now I tailor it a little bit because she always puts at the bottom, she'll put like your curly girl, Monica. And I have to pay attention sometimes when I'm using same verbiage as her because it'll be like your favorite curly girl, Amy, and that doesn't make sense. So, you know, like, but all of this is amazing. And all you have to do is copy and paste this every single month to your VIP customers that have a birthday during this month. You guys, don't worry about sending it to somebody who doesn't use the products anymore. Don't worry about sending it to somebody who is maybe even doesn't do, you know, like canceled or something. Like, don't worry about it. The worst they're going to do is send something back to you and be like, don't ever email me again. And that's fine. You didn't die. And you're never going to see them anyway. So still send it to everybody who is in your, now when you are doing your reports, set it at level 1. If you don't set it at level 1, you will send it to all of the VIP customers in your downline that have birthdays in January. And I've done that before, where I accidentally sent it to my entire organization's VIP customers that had birthdays in January, which most of them didn't mind, but I never want to step on anybody's toes in the way that they choose to have customer service with their customers. That's their customer. So you don't need to do that for your whole team. Do it for your frontline, your first line VIP customers. So that's this will up your PV. It always does. Anytime I send these out, I watch my numbers go up because people want that. They want to use that $20 credit. All right, Jen.
Awesome. The other thing that Monica did in that email was she tailored it specifically to winter and gave product recommendations based on like what people would want to get. So she talked about Night Haven. She talked about our hand cream. She's like, you can even use it on an oil. Like, let's go. So don't be afraid to personalize it and talk about the products that you love and give them ideas and get them excited about using it. I have a template that I follow every month when I do mine, but I do like change up the product based on either seasonally or what I'm obsessed with in that moment. And a lot of my VIPs are obviously following me on social. So for a while, when I was going hard talking about my little collagen key spritzers I was making, I was talking about that and I was including a little picture with the recipe. So go outside the box and personalize it and make it something nice. Okay, so birthday reminders are a great way to help up your PV at the end of the month. VIP points is another great new tool that we all have, and we've got great reports in back office. Somebody just asked if we're going to share the template. Yes, we're going to share the current January one that Monica wrote up. I tried to copy and paste it into the chat. It would not let me. So we will post it in our team pages. And then she does an email, I do a text because I pay for a texting service, but very, very similar. So we will post that in our team pages. But VIP points are such a great tool because they can apply them to their flagship. It's a great way for people to encourage them to get their flagship next month. So go see who has $10 off coupons and help them apply it to their February flagship. Okay. Let them know. So I just had this conversation with the VIP that the new Only For You products come out on the 1st. So I was like, I'm going to put you in my calendar. We're going to chat on the 1st because she wanted to add a bunch of stuff. I was like, that way we can just edit it at once and you'll be able to pick your OFY at that time. So utilize VIP points to know who's earned certificates because they expire in 90 days. So you want people to use them. You don't want them to miss out. And then your people who get that VIP plus, I was actually on a call yesterday because I'm in a focus group for customer service. And they are going to be putting the free gift already in the cart. In the FAQs, it says that they have to add their like surprise and delight. I can't remember if that's what it's called. It's something like that. So they're going to try to already have it in there so they'll see their little free gift that they're getting. So that's another thing to talk up. And this points program is going to keep getting better and better. It's brand new, but it's something that you really want to be sharing with your VIPs and staying in your reports and being aware of what's happening in your back office so you can keep reminding them of the perks that they have and why our VIP program is so great, because that just leads to better customer retention and higher PV. Another thing you can do looking forward is sampling. So now is a good time to put out a post to see who would be interested in trying a sample, especially if you have samples on hand. Maybe you have 3 sets of samples, but that's 3 heads that you can get this product on, or 3 faces you can get our skincare on, and then you'll be able to follow up with them in early February and start your month strong. I think the trap we can fall into in this business is being so month focused. Like, okay, I start the month and then I do these things and then it's closeout and I'm going to have like this hysterical episode for 3 days where I'm a crazy person trying to follow up and close everybody, instead of just like having a flow to your business. Like, there's nothing wrong with pushing hard at the end of the month, but if you're like a constant, like stop and start, and you never get that flow, it makes it a lot harder for you. Where if you're consistent, and I know we're like a broken record, but if you're consistent in your business and you're always meeting and talking to new people, and you're always adding people to your pipeline, and you're always getting the product in people's hands via a sample, or as a new customer with our 30-day money back guarantee, or at an event, that's how you're never in that like hysterical like place of like, oh my God, I need a market partner and I don't know who to talk to. Like, you'll never be there because you'll always have this pipeline full of people to follow up with, which leads me to my last point, events. But I missed one. I missed talking about Miami. We'll get back there. But events, guys, it has been a real freaking weird 2 years. Okay. And we got out of our flow of doing events. Back before the Rona, we used to do events all the time, and people would join the business and we would launch them with an event, and then people would sign up at their event, and then we'd launch those people at their events. And things moved very quickly because we were always in front of people and being able to present to a group. And then people were used to the whole, okay, we hang out, we have fun, this is awesome, I'm going to do it. And then it snowballed because we were able to like launch Susie, and then Susie signs up 5 VIPs and 2 market partners. And now next week, we're launching those 2 market partners, and then they're signing up people. It moved so much faster when we were in person with the people. It's just how it works. And I will say, we have done a freaking exceptional job of keeping this ish together over the last 2 years. Like, I would say we have thrived considering the circumstances. Like, give yourself a pat on the back because you are still here, you are still showing up. And this has been ridiculous. Like, the last 2 years have been absolutely ridiculous. So the fact that we are still like functional humans, like feeding ourselves and showering every day, I feel like that is a win. Okay. So don't let yourself get freaked out about not being where you want to be. And let's figure out how to get back there. And the way back there is through events. Maybe they're going to be smaller. Maybe they're going to look different, but that's where we need to get back to. So I'm going to try to tie this into Miami now. So if you want Miami, the key to Miami is going to be events. So make sure, if that is on your radar, that you are focusing on building blocks, that you are getting in front of people, that you're paying attention to, okay, what is my career rank? So if you're already at a leadership rank, you need to be paid as that rank. And all this information is in your back office. I'm not going to dive into all that. You can look it up. It's all it's all back there. The information is back there. But you need to be focused on your rank, and you need to be focused on building a block, and give yourself a deadline that is earlier than the actual deadline, so that if you fall short, you don't miss it. You fall short on your goal, but you don't fall short on the trip. So if you want to go and you're not yet an MMB, make your goal for MMB April. Don't make it June. Like, give yourself a buffer and go hard. But really, the thing that is going to drive your business and make things start happening, where, like, I remember back, I mean, and Amy can speak to this too, like back when we first started, we were getting in front of so many people, and it was just growing so fast because all we did was events. All we did was get this product in people's hands, on people's heads. We're washing heads in the sink. We're going for coffee. We're meeting up at a wine bar, and we were making it up as we went along, but it worked. So I'm challenging you guys to have an event this weekend. Now, before everybody has the nervous breakdown, yes, it's Wednesday night. The weekend is Saturday and Sunday, and you have plenty of time to call a couple girlfriends and say, let's do coffee Sunday after church, or let's grab lunch on Saturday, or there's this cute wine bar. Let's do a happy hour. It does not need to be you don't have to arrive in a helicopter. There doesn't have to be a llama. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be ridiculous. It can just be, let's grab coffee. I'm going to bring samples. You can bring your oil and pass it around. Like, we overthink stuff. and we see these things on Instagram and we use the word event. And I don't know, maybe we need to call it something else. Cause I was at a Meet on 8 Monday night and one of the girls was like, oh, but like events are scary. I'm like, this is an event. Do you see, we're sitting here, we're eating hummus and a little margarita flatbread pizza. We're sipping on some rosé and we're chatting. This is it. This is it. Like everybody bought their own wine. Tony treated us to some appetizers and this is an event. It is not like an elaborate thing. So do not freak yourself out. If you want to bring a llama, there can be a llama. Stacy wants to know, Stacy, bring your llama. It'll be fine. But just do it. Like I'm telling you, rip the Band-Aid off. Bring your oil. Pass it around, let them feel it on their hand, talk about how amazing it is, send them home with some samples to try and follow up. Have a social. Ellie, I love it. We're going to socials. They're socials. Don't call it an event if that freaks you out. Okay. But get with the people. That's the secret. That's the secret, is getting in front of people. And honestly, we're all craving it. I went to a Meet on 8 Monday night, and guys, I'm going to get emotional talking about this because I didn't realize how bad it was, but I had not been out with girlfriends in 6 months. Because one of the girls was like, oh my God, you're a director and you're right here. Like, when do you do events? And I was like, well, the last one was July. And then Kelly, I don't know if Kelly's on tonight or not. Kelly's like, well, girl, you've been sick since August. So, and that is true, right? But we get like caught up and we don't even realize it. Like, how pathetic is that? Like, I'm a director. I haven't done an event since July. That's dumb. That's shame on me. I don't care if I've been sick. That's ridiculous. But that's what's missing. And it was so good to be around other people. Oh my gosh. It was just so nice to sit there and not have anybody need anything. And I could just sip my wine. I could eat my own food. No one tried to eat it. It was fantastic. So do it this weekend. Tell me in the chat if you're going to get together with some other humans and your Rejuvenique oil this weekend. Tell me in the chat. Drop a 1 if you're taking me up on this. I'm not ending this call until I see some ones in that chat. I will hold you people hostage. But you can do it. So rip off the Band-Aid, get in front of the people, because we've got awesome stuff to share. Like, these products are freaking amazing. This opportunity is amazing. The community is amazing. So we need to share it with more people, because that's how we're going to grow. Because once people experience it, they're going to want it. And you need to believe that. Amy, do you have anything else you want? You're always good with that, like, final, like,
it's the final countdown.
some final something.
Yeah. The only thing I want to say is I just want to tell you guys, like, I love that Jen mentioned that you guys have survived through like the 2 craziest years. Like, I actually did, if you guys don't know, I'm a hairstylist, and I had 2 of my oldest clients in the salon today. Both of them, one of them is 80 and one of them is 82. And we just got talking about these past couple years, and I've been doing their hair, both of them, for one of them for 17 years, the other one for 18 years. I've known these women for a very long time. They're like, this is the craziest thing that they have ever seen in their entire life. And you guys, they saw the Great Depression. They've seen war. They've seen horrible things. And they said, this is the hardest thing they have ever seen our country go through. This is the hardest thing they have gone through. And think about that and let that sink in. And something else that Nancy, one of the ladies, said to me, and she goes, I've been so, what was the word she used? I've been impressed. I have been so impressed by you. And I said, well, why? And she goes, you've just continued to thrive through all of it. And they both use Mon8 products and everything, but she was like, you just have continued to thrive through all of it. And she is not on social media. She doesn't see me do Meet Mon8s. She has just watched me in the salon. She sees there's something different about me. And that difference is, you guys, is Mon8. That's the difference. And she literally has watched this person evolve. And I got thinking about it and I was like, man, she's right. Like this has really sucked these past couple of years. And my business is not where I want it to be right now. But look how much we have made it through. And we're still here and thriving and holding on. And you guys, there are people that are in this business that gave up. When the going got tough, they said, peace out. And you guys didn't do that. I picture when the storm comes, and I want you to picture yourself in a boat and you're just rowing that boat. And the storm comes and those waves are pushing you back to the shore, right? If you stop rowing, you're going to get thrown all the way back to that beach. But if you just row just a little bit at a time, you're going to stay in the water. You're going to stay in the game. And then when that storm is gone, you are going to be so much farther ahead than all those people that got pushed back to the shore because they decided to stop rowing. They decided to just stop trying. And I mean, you guys should all commend yourselves for that. But more than that, I want you guys to recognize the strength that you have and start leaning into that. Lean into that strength and start crushing it. You guys are that 2% that have stuck around. You know, I know that as a leader, I'm cheering you guys on. I know Jen is cheering you guys on, and whoever your upline is, we're cheering you on. You've stuck around with us. You see the vision here. And this is when you lean into it. You know, a lot of times people think when they're getting towards the end of the month, if they're not where they need to be, that they need to just let their foot off the gas and then they'll hit it hard when the next month comes. You guys, another analogy here, but you guys have ever been to a race? Have you ever been to a race? I'm NASCAR. I love NASCAR. I grew up with it with my dad. And do you guys know before they start the race, the cars are running. They're driving. They're driving around the track and they hit the ground running. They hit the green flag driving. They are in motion. If you stop right now, it is going to take you it's going to be so much longer to get that momentum and get where you need to be going. You need to be in motion now. You need to have that pedal to the metal now so that when that first hits, you've already got momentum and you're already ahead of the game. This is the time. Don't let the momentum stop now. Lean into this strength, lean into this year, lean into this month, and get out there and crush your goals. All right. I love each and every one of you. I want to thank you guys for being on here and showing up. Showing up is part of the battle. So get out there, make your goals, write them down tonight, get that Meet Monday on the books. I want you to take those pictures, tag us. I want to see them. I want to see you guys having those little meetups. Okay. And go out there and crush this month. We got a whole lot of time left. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.